In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you a deadly mistake in Amazon interviews. And first, I'm going to go with the example, and then I'll explain what I actually mean by this. Right, so if someone asks you something on the lines of, tell me about the time when you had a disagreement with someone about something, right? Basically asking you for a functional conflict, right? A non-functional conflict is if you don't like someone. A functional conflict is when you disagree with someone on something, right? So, for example, I disagreed with a coworker over the length of our office desks. Okay, while we both agreed its width was 75, he said he measured its length and it was 120. I remember well I measured it and it was only 100, right? As with most disagreements, I like to have a calm approach and keep everyone happy. And since it wasn't critically important matter, I proposed a compromise to average our measurements to 110. We resolved it this way and we are best friends to this day. Okay, so the problem, the fundamental problem with this example is what's called the backbone test, right? It would have taken you 30 seconds to measure it and find out the truth in the situation and go with something precise, right? Or, you know, a more skeptical candidate would say, hey, but it wasn't possible. Still, if you weren't at your desk, you were working remotely, you could have asked someone to measure it for you. It would have taken you a couple of minutes to do so, and you would have a precise answer, a resolution to this problem, okay? Basically, you know, skeptical candidates could find that hundreds of reasons why this wasn't necessarily the case, but the reality is, if it's something such as straightforward as this, simple measurement, it's no big deal around this, right? So basically the problem is that the candidate is too agreeable here, okay? So basically the candidate would agree to a compromise for the sake of social cohesion, right? Social cohesion with his coworker. Maybe, you know, he said, I'm a nice guy, I'm a nice candidate, I want to show this to my interviewer, and maybe they'll appreciate this, right? Amazon used to be called a sharp elbows culture, in the past at least. Okay, so basically from a more technical perspective, if you want, the candidate assumes this question is non-functional. Okay, how do you maintain friends, keep friends at work, right? And you keep friends by compromising on these things, on the measurement, when the question was about a functional conflict. The time when it disagreed over a functionality, over a number of something, you should have come up with the data, you should have something bring to the table, not just compromise for the sake of social cohesion. So that's it. I hope you found it useful, and thank you very much for watching.